January 1st, 2024 is here. Hallelujah. Oh, abundant blessings for all the families, celebrating life and joy and peace. Ultimately, that's the goal of life, You just want to be happy. Want to experience some peace. Thank you very much. You hear what I'm saying? Happy, happy, happy New Year. Be happy. It's not that easy. It's extremely difficult to be happy here. So it's a great blessing. It's a great fantasy. Of how it would be if I can be happy. Some emotions here, down, unpleasant. So these words, be happy, is you want to do it, feels good. Just listen to it. Be happy. Just be happy. Okay? Just be happy. Yeah, like that. Just like some peace in the space where our beautiful voice, full of loving words and wisdom, can be heard. Are you with me? Happy New Year. It's a nice three-word greeting. It cannot even go in Guinness book, right? January 1st, 2024. The number of people who are happy today. We all wished each other Happy New Year. So, beautiful day. Very, very, very beautiful day. Thank you. Enjoy. Sleep in peace. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Let us come together as one before the Lord. in the perfect mind of Christ. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Perfect mind of Christ. Let us come together as one before the Lord. Hello everyone. Hopefully you all found a little bit of peace for today in the pieces of events that happened and all the experiences you had in it. I was going to record this yesterday. These little details are really cute in how these thought patterns are formed, and then the dire need to just record it or just let it out of your system. Can't help it, it's moving in the spirit, so it's very strong and it just comes, it does what it wants to do, like anything else we do during the day. But by the time I got the computer and recorded in the Audacity software, I forgot what the thought was. This has been happening too. It is such a powerful and beautiful thought form. It comes, like a little gentle breeze. It just touches the mind and just soothes it with this completely free and beautiful energy, like a nice clean canvas, either empty or beautifully painted. There's no chaos, there's no chatter, nothing. It's such a beautiful place to be in with oneself. That's what the topic is heading to as I perceive it. Even though it may sound like I'm sharing scattered stories, it's all connected. Then you just let it go and you keep thinking about it. So you're in the presence of it. It came and went and you forgot. Now you can't stop thinking about it, because the experience of having a good thought in your mind radiates through the body. If you're aware that you're experiencing it, if you're awake, if you're in tune with what's happening, if you can just think one sentence without having any junk in between the spaces, it's beautiful. Who wouldn't want to be in this place? I personally want to be in this place all the time. Not just when I'm sad and I want some help, some relief. It's weird, the first thing we do is we look for it outside. We have lost confidence in ourselves. But if it's our habit to fall and get hurt and fail, our nature is also to rise and win, and to realize it's reoccurring. That's what the memory in the soul, in the mind's consciousness is very, very strong. Very strong. So I finally sat down to do it again today, because I'm just also preparing to be with you for a little more time than my phone allows me and cuts me off in between. So a lot of things is going on, experimenting and enjoying the company of modern technology and exploring the voice within and what it wants to say. So many beautiful, good thoughts are within as a gift. And when you think and sit with it, it's a beautiful experience of what is being called His presence. When this channel is on, you don't feel pain. Everything that happens down here, it's like in the background furnace, just burning away. But here, because I've chosen to do this, I don't feel that. I don't feel that. It is an experience of what it would be to feel the body just completely free of pain, head cleaned up, heart's just bubbling and rejoicing with love. And in those moments, you feel you can do anything. You can love anyone, you can accomplish anything, and there is this surge of absolute confidence that is ready to exhibit its gift and share and create glorious moments to remember as a memory. We all want good memories in our mind. When we sit and think, we want to remember good things. Gather them, collect them, assemble them, reorganize. It feels good to have a clean computer. The softwares and apps work better. All the teachings are there, which is just right in front of us. It's amazing. When you realize, you kind of feel stupid. Actually, it's all there. You look at anything, experience anything, there's a teaching there. Something that triggers and you feel connected to the creation outside of you. Feel connected. And we experience the essence of the moment when our senses are looking, hearts feeling, thoughts are forming. You feel beautiful, you look beautiful. And anyone who comes and touches that environment of love and peace, they get blessed. It could transfer to them and they feel like they just shifted to a different loka. There is this noise that comes from behind, and I personally believe there is a monster hiding there. So look into it when we get a chance. But monsters are very real. They come, they do their magic just like this other thing. It's the exact opposite, except it's unpleasant, vulgar, perversion. Monsters can be friendly too, can be helpful and all that. But it's difficult to have a relationship with the monster. Nobody says, "Oh, it feels so good to be afraid of a monster." It feels good to say, "It feels so good to feel loved by God." That's what feels good, at least to me. It feels good to be good. Feels very good. Feels very good to not lie, to not cheat. It feels good. You feel like a good person. So even if you're born in a family or a place where everything is looks like a disaster, from that place one a person can rise up, change the normal expectancy of the same karmic pattern to repeat, and consciously just divert it, take another road, keep building yourself up, and before you know, you have become this beautiful person through all those experiences. And you look back at a very long journey of growth from within. It's all from within. If you're thinking thoughts, you're sitting and thinking thoughts, then it's from within you. The whole journey. So we want to choose to be in this place all the time. Why not? You feel strong, you feel bold, you feel like you can face anything. And you're very humbled in some ways. Then you can apply it to your daily activities when you come back. Like anything, this is also just an activity, except the mind is used differently. There is an extreme challenge with the noise outside, so extreme focus is required. uh, but it always manages to walk this narrow path and bring it out just raw and beautiful, just like that. And then you're left with this memory of a very loving, warm energy that just hugged and kissed you, made you feel good. You're not shy to be good, you're not shy to feel happy about feeling good. We all should rise up and realize and feel the right, in truth. Just you, no fake anything. And it's a when two minds are in the same place, then it's more joy. There is no comparison, there is no competition, because each one is in a big swirl of this beautiful spirit, and all that will come out is only goodness in the form of sounds, conversations, talking, and a lot of respectful energy beautiful. It feels very good to be respected, and it also feels very, very good to respect. You know, when you see a precious gift and you bow down to what it is giving in the moment that it is happening. So I'm a little less heavy. Let's do our best and put in a little more effort to try to find out what this beautiful place is within us, that we can be in that place, happily ever after. And do everything from that, suck the energy from that place. And have a little more better day, next day, every moment. It's everything the voice said. You would be, you could be, and you are. Choose the best place. All children, they want the best seat everywhere. We all will get our own personalized awesome seat. It's possible to be nice to each other. Break those habits of constantly sharing and exchanging bitter and angry and hurtful energies, and making it into a big war, winning, losing. We can stop all that. Let's grow up, and with the little time we have, let's see what beautiful things we can share with each other, that we spend the time with. All things will come out good. Even the broken things gets fixed to some extent. And we are grateful and thankful for He has given us a beautiful day once again. It is a test of faith. Today, this is the word. Hear it, listen to it, and see if it doesn't make you feel better. It is a test of faith. The place you're at, people you're with, or if you're alone in the house, like I am, and you're surrounded by noise, and the thoughts in your mind about this and that, finding answers, resolving something, thinking of the past, reliving disturbing emotions, whatever it might be. I'm sure there's a whole bunch going on right now for everyone. For me, it is It is a test of faith. So, how well can we use the time and the space we are in and keep going higher? There is so much more to experience God than there is already on this earth. If you want, you can choose the path of the self. If you're fine with something that is outside and it soothes your pain, that's fine. At some point or the other, we have to go inside and clean up and clear up so the thoughts can be pure. This is the search. You want to find something that is so beautiful there inside of you, and then when you say it out or share it, it blesses you. There is no high or low. Everybody is sitting on the floor at the same level, because the attempt here is to create a balance. So those who are high are helping others, those who are low are doing their best to come up high and create this state of balance. As long as there is high and low and dominance and submission, I think the balance is impossible. Balance simply means you're okay with whatever is happening. Everything doesn't have to become a conflict. Every person who comes in your life doesn't have to become an obstacle. It's work. So on faith, we have to remember or find out what kind of a path you are on, with God or without God. Let's just say with yourself. Everybody feels good being loved. Everybody feels good when somebody is good to them. So there is this concept of I want to be good, I want to be better, I want to be the best. You choose, find out what's in your capacity, and then we'll work towards the entire you, 100% of yourself. If that's your goal, then it needs to be 100% goodness, what we call totality of goodness. Let it rise. Yes, there is a concept of God, and when we think of it as a higher power, it does gives us strength. All that is within us. So it is actually you. When you find yourself and you're with that self, you are closer and closer to goodness, and that is what needs to come out. The exercises are they look simple and silly, but they are extremely difficult. Even wherever you are, in whatever place, we are put to experience that. We have to let ourselves experience ourselves. And if you've had a spiritual experience, you just have to have faith. You have to remember what's happened before and use it. all might sound just so crazy because uh, most of us are engulfed and engrossed in everything that's happening in the world, and it's so loud. It's loud within, it's loud outside, it's loud in every home. It seems very normal now. Every kind of conflict and dysfunction and war is going on. It seems like if we do something like this, it's abnormal or crazy. But this is what's coming out of me because I am in a situation where I'm challenged at the highest level, at all stages, at all. How far can one go to understand oneself? Or how much work you're willing to put in, how much effort you're willing to put in to understand that much more helpful it is to face, to go through whatever we are facing. It feels good to not drown. It feels good to come up from the surface of the water and be saved and come to the shore, right? Nobody likes to say that I like to be drowned. That's how powerful life is. That's how powerful breathing is. If somebody is choking you, it's hard to breathe and it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Even if one thinks you want to do this exercise, that exercise, I want to be good, I want to do something nice, I want to do music, I want to do that. There are obstacles that are saying, no, you can't do that, there's noise outside, no, you can't sit and do this, you haven't lit the lamp, oh, you can't do, there's all these rules, and we bind ourselves to some kind of a ritual or something like that. For me today, it's been an extreme level of test, and I did notice a couple of times me reacting to the strongest energy from outside, right, sitting right next to you to derail you or to want you to do this, and it doesn't feel good. If something ugly is coming out, one must see it, look at it, and feel something about it. It shouldn't be okay. If you've chosen the path of goodness and you're on the righteous path, you want to be good, then one needs to be honest about it. Let things be. Sometimes it's important to get oneself to a place of higher altitude or maturity. Until then, all these reactions and trying to fix something outside all the time, finding faults or this is wrong, that is wrong, all these are tests. They're there, yes, but one needs to be very, very clear about fixing it or correcting it or just throwing it out, you know. You have power, or you have to use it in a way that it is working. If it's not working, then what's the use? If our emotions are not affecting the person that you want to change, then what's the use? It drains you. So you go back and you think, what else can I do? How else can I be? How else can I show my love? How can my love be more powerful than somebody else's ignorance or their ego or their challenging minds. I wrote down recently, I don't want too much high thinking, because I kind of was taught from within the inspiration and um, other good supernatural experiences I've had with this energy called love or God or whatever that is from within. It has saved me. It is miraculous. It is powerful. I have learned to live clean and nice, and that kind of a therapy has helped a lot to clean up the mind also, with awareness and consciousness. Basically just putting all your energy into it, it makes a big difference. So I said, it's for me, it's going to be simple thinking and high living. Look at your house, wherever you're living. Be grateful you have a roof over your head. Be grateful for today you had some money. You had a coupon to eat in the canteen. Be grateful. This whole thing started because I was sitting in the canteen and eating my meals. And, it's just a simple 15 rupee meal, a South Indian meal with rice and sambar. It's a liquid that you mix with the rice and some simple vegetable. And I'm trying to be grateful. I'm trying to eat with consciousness. My body is in a lot of pain still. My bones hurt, but I am doing my best to also train the body to do what's necessary for it, because it is a vehicle. It is letting me experience all these things, and through the mind and the senses. This lady next to me was just grumbling and yelling and just bossing around. And the instant it's right next to you, so it just contaminates you with all that energy, and there is no way you can tell it to stop, or because it will pounce. Then you're going to be bombarded with negative energies. Nobody really wants to listen to anybody else. That's why it's best to just work on yourself. It is absolutely necessary to just keep working on yourself. And it happened twice. I'll come to that, the next incident. But this lady, I don't know, whatever the situation is or what the condition was, she took so much rice and so much, but she was yelling at the people who were serving. Everything was wrong right next to me. So what do? It's disturbing. Instantly you want to react and tell her to just shut up, eat your food and get out of here. No, I was thinking, Lord, thank you for this food. Please let me eat with gratefulness. It's not as pathetic as it sounds to be, but you could go there. Oh my God, she's been here and there. She's gone all over the world. She's worked. She's had her independence, and then she's sitting here eating a 15 rupee meal. And there's no end to a negative thought, and then that affects you, and you can feel bad. You can sympathize with yourself, and then that comes out as energies that just wants to burst out and unleash it out on somebody else. No, I think we all can find our own space and place where we can do this work, and it's internal, and what radiates should be really just love. And when you're operating at a higher level, those things should not affect you. So if it is affecting, then there's more work to do. It's just that simple. So I successfully finished my meal and I went to wash. And there are rules. There are rules in the place where I stay and eating in the canteen. There are some rules. You just take the plate and you give it to the people who are helping to wash. And there was this lady right next to me saying, no, I don't want to give the plate. I want to wash it myself. So again, I had a slight reaction, some micro reactions. I've come a long way from really getting offended about everything and reacting to this. So there's still some fine-tuning left. And I said, no, these are rules here. You just have to follow it. But I don't know whether I did the right thing by telling her or not. It just erupted because it was overflowing. And that's where the control comes. Is it necessary? Was it necessary for me to react? I don't think so. You carry yourself and you be in your own path. And one will find themselves in a little more peace, actually. Letting everything, some other place, the world's news and all that was trying to enter my head, and I said, I'm not interested anymore. I know what's going on. I'm aware. I don't want to hate the world. I am in the world. I am living. So I want the best. I want to keep searching for the good things of the world and enjoy it. And be happy. But a little thing like that can just suck you, and then you're thinking, how much of that space have I allotted to the world? Is it possible for me to give myself entirely to that presence, to God, to goodness, all the time? Can I live like that? Is that what is self-realization? Is that what is the goal? Every moment you're living, even in the pit of hell amidst chaos, can it be a moment of absolute awesomeness? Then comes the faith. Yes, on faith, through experiences that you've had, the answers will come. The lessons will come. Everybody has a voice, and that voice can teach. It is your teacher within, the master within. If someone comes, knocks on your door, open and give what they are seeking, need. No unnecessary, and it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. There is no other way. Even if there is one pixel of contamination, it is a virus. We're infected. And infections are horrible. It feels horrible. I've had several experiences in the body. It is horrible to carry an infection and be okay with it. So that's my goal, I think. To practice what he has told in different ways, different forms, different sounds, and be serious about it. And continue in the faith walk. Remember the words that have given you strength. In your life. Eliminate. Accumulating needs to stop at some point. If we're going to eliminate, clean up the space, clear it up, and then we can accumulate a different thing, more good things. One has to learn to fill oneself with good if you want to be good. Everything in all the things, all the cannot exist in the same place. Then it is a dirty house. It is a messy home. Although some seem to relish and enjoy sitting in it and not feel anything about it, I think most normal people would like a clean house. So all these kind of lessons that are coming seems to taper towards one, that is a home. Find your home within, make it new. It's a new home within, and feel good living in it and be happy. And maybe your life can become a little more better. Relationships can change. Violence and domestic violence and everything can stop in the house. And it is possible to manifest more peace. Get used to that. The silent peace, the ability to be able to talk and work out things and all that good stuff. So continue your faith walk with the same enthusiasm that you started the project with. We can do it. Rise up. Know yourself and see how beautiful you are and how well you can carry it. You will be protected. There is no fear here. Even if we fail or fall, the future is you're gonna rise up and be helped, and we're gonna move on. I've seen it happen in many lives, some very close to me even. All impossible things have happened, and everybody's in a different place, and we're still working on it. Of course, we're not there yet, but a word of confident hope, certainty that can be done. We will do it. We'll make it. We'll make it home safe and sound and relish the experiences we've had throughout the journey. And then maintaining it. Then comes the maintenance. Have to keep cleaning it, right? If something dirty, then you have to keep cleaning it. Or if someone helps out, that's nice too. So it's really nice to hear this word giving a little more strength and confidence and help to not give up. Just be in the space to and wait for things to happen that are good. Receive it with grace and dignity with which it was given. Her creation is groaning in agony as she gets ready to give birth to the energy called love. Big love. And this is just an attempt to give a voice to the emotion and what this being is feeling at the deepest level. It's come a long way to be able to rise and give voice to it in the hope, even if somebody hears it or not, that it is out there in the air as His presence of mighty hand moving and changing and separating, changing a lot of things within and outside. It's just feeling. There is no need to read too much into it. An expression of an emotion that is so deep and so strong. It's been half an hour and tears haven't stopped flowing, and there is something that's going on as I watch it move through it, holding His mighty hand. It's not even invisible, it's not imagination. It's real. The only thing that is real is pain, and tears are a symbol of its expression of existence. Tears are an expression of existence, of pain. So the other side also, joy exists as an expression of love. Through the clutter and through the scrambled versions and visions of this kind of existence is what comes a perfect manifestation of a creation in any form, shape, sound. The timings of the world is limited. Language limits its expression, but it's all we have, so we use it. We use what is good and choose what is right and obvious in the presence. And moving along, and we realize it's Him picking, pulling, lifting and placing, removing and accepting. And for a mother, it is very, very difficult to discard or accept. Is a mother. They say in Tamil, Kakai ki tan kunj pon kunj. Kakai is a crow. It's completely black and considered ugly, but it is also a part of existence. It also creates its own kind of being, and a crow's baby seems like gold to her. So that is being considered a weakness or it's underestimated at a level that she's getting ready to rise and show the real truth. The whole concept of accepting, bearing, sacrificing, and just silently carrying the presence is getting too heavy. And it's time now to. It is time. When it is time, it is time. Organically, naturally. If you have ever been a mother and given birth to a child, you will understand. But she's ready to do the right thing. Again, because it's time. Wait is just about getting over. And she's groaning in pain to manifest this creation of love. And it will flood this earth. It will bless those who have always done the work and are the chosen ones to be separated and move on to the new home as a happy family, good children, and live happily ever after. The concept of eternal life is coming into existence. I will consider that as church bell shofar has been blown. It's a strong feeling, it's a strong energy, and cannot do anything about it. That's what all the beings are. Like, it's just a bundle of energy that comes out, exists, does a thing, and then goes. And in one moment of his hand upon your head, or a word of love moving through your heart, it will be understood. There's no war, there's no conflict, and there is no big scene here. A moment of truth, understood in the silence presence of his love. In just a moment, just a flash, faster than a thought. The internet speed, or the internet speed, is very, very high. Nothing compared to the world's Wi-Fi. Hi-fi. Extremely fast, extremely strong, straight and simple. And it doesn't waste its energy. It's because it's big and it's strong. So when it comes and it moves, like a gentle breeze, it's that powerful. All that stress and all that burden and heaviness and the illusion of waiting and thinking it should happen now, it should have happened then, when will it happen? and all those thoughts are just gone, and just a moment. It's that easy for him. Like I said, it's time to just rise up, open your eyes and see the truth, and feel the love. And then you're calm, you're content, you're satisfied. It's like the story of Dhruv. It's all there. All the people have come and exhibited examples of that moment when you are so one and together in that perfect mind, connected. As long as it's going round and round and round for the internet connection, it's frustrating. When it connects, it's like that. It feels good. It's like the story of Dhruv. Like I said, he waited, did all that penance, and once he sat on his father's lap and his mighty hands touched his head in the moment of truth and understanding, and that beautiful intimacy, he understood it all and became one and came back to bless everybody once again from that place. It's beautiful. The most beautiful things comes out. The most intense pain and suffering, isn't it? That's what this whole creation is all about. It teaches, and one must look at her as a symbol of your creation too. And it should be humbling to the soul. It should rise up the other parts that haven't done their work yet. Even though you might feel you're a high soul and you've been a sage and you've been this and that and you're close to God, you know, the masculine and the feminine are parts of creation. Is a story to tell and teach, isn't it? A story is always, it carries an essence, it carries a moral, it carries understanding the way you perceive it. That's what stories are for. And that should theoretically bring about the balance and the equal mindedness of these energies that are used for creation. When you're happy, you love, and when you love, you create. So all the love and all the blessings are reaching out to all the good mothers out there carrying this burden of beautiful creation yet to come, yet to be born and fill this earth with an energy of abundant love, past the doubts, beyond the old style of curses or blessings, all the rituals, all that is blown away, taken away. This is new, a new kind of beginning, new kind of love, new kind of being, a new kind of healing, and a new kind of feeling. And may we rise up to be one with that energy. No more pain, no more tears, no more fears. May all the mothers be blessed in the highest way. Remove all the clutter and confusion and chaos and all the things that need to be discarded that they've been carrying through the ages. It need not come here. Understand them as a carrier of God's love. Respect them. Humble ourselves to connect with what's good. And glorify the coming together. Be grateful. Release this hard power people carry. It's weakness in a way to dominate others with some kind of a power that is disturbing and distressing and hurtful. What I mean is through anger or through oppression or through... that is all weakness. Rise up in love and understand. And it is time to eliminate all that we are carrying from the past and embrace the new energy called love. It is powerful. It has meaning. It has purpose. And it will do what it came to do. And fulfill His will for all the good hearts. And bless all the children to come home, and we shall gather around in glorious moments that we are together in the name of love and celebrate His coming. Joy, peace, happiness, understanding, and create perfect moments with and within each other, and be happy. Just for the record, today is January 20th, a Saturday, 2024. It has indeed been a robust, intense, fast-paced beginning of this new year. At least that's my personal experience, and I join everybody who has begun this year with happiness and has wished the same for those around them. Today's topic was life is beautiful and love is powerful. Just each of these words, life is beautiful, love is powerful, can be a separate topic for conversation, but when it is together, it's just that much more beautiful. So the first time I got this message was when I witnessed a civil war between a couple in the place I was staying. I just understood from what I happened to observe, and I just prayed, and these words came. And sometimes through life struggles and happenings, one feels very lonely and feels alone in the war, but that's necessary for individual development. If that is one of the paths you're on, is to improve yourself every day. Of course, I saw them get back together and move on, but during the times that one feels lonely and alone, it is difficult. There is theoretical words that can be said, but it's very, very difficult to practice it because the energies are very, very strong. There's always these forces, opposing forces attacking any good thing that you want to say or do. And it's important to choose to take it on as a challenge and move through it. When we move through the spaces, we get better. We are in a different place. Then we reflect on things that happened from that place and keep up the work of self-improvement, self-transformation, whatever it is that you're working on. There is a big transition going on. Again, I join my hands and hearts with everyone who understands and are on the same page, in tune with the journey that we're on. And at some point or the other in the future, we will meet. The souls will come together. It'll be that much more beautiful, and it'll be that much more powerful. One person feeling this, it can be so beautiful, and each person is just a bundle of the energy with what he or she is made of or have been through. And when it joins another, it becomes even more bigger, and then another, and then it's a huge field of bursting, overflowing energy of beautiful, powerful presence. Again, that's theoretically theoretically existing as words or an understanding or a download of a message that's coming from within. And I'm sure it's happening to many people, many places. And for those who are not in that path also, that's their story. Now we're moving, it feels like moving really, really fast, and there's no giving up, there's no moving back. It's only just keep going forward. And it seems that much more easier to overcome challenges, whatever challenges that one is going through. Like today, this is recent and raw and fresh. Challenges are there. It doesn't matter how far we have reached or how high we feel we are. The challenges are going to keep coming until the transition is complete. And then we're not going to be faced with those, or at least we're not going to feel it or react to it, because we're going to be busy doing the living and the loving with a smile on our face, helping each other, doing the work all the good works on this side. Today, in my stroll with the Lord, sitting in a beautiful garden, it was the mosquitoes, and they were just bombarding me. And I'm watching my mind. I don't want to slip, I don't want to fall. It was strong to just keep being in the space, and not be angry, not hate, not change. Sit where you were and finish the course, finish the decision of sitting in one place for a certain amount of time, I guess. Then after a while, I think I passed my test and I moved on, went and sat in another place, and it seemed like all the mosquitoes were just following me there. So did what I needed to, was pushing it away. I was thinking, can I just talk to these mosquitoes and just tell them to stay away? It's their nature to do that. And it was intense, and it's like I was wondering if people are exposed to mythology, since there are some stories where sages and certain beings have done intense penance, standing on one leg. Various versions are there where their whole bodies are covered with bugs and insects, and trees are growing on them, and they wait, continue the penance with focused mind, praying to their desired God, and earn the blessing and receive the boon. So that was really cute and sweet in a new way. I guess I passed my test, and that's when I was thinking these thoughts that love is powerful. It's still very, very powerful, and life is still beautiful. Removing all the mosquitoes and all the other things that seems challenging, the noise around. And sometimes what we think doesn't happen, something else happens. So that's just another obstacle. We just move through it. And before we know, we will be at a place where we need to be. If we think, how we think can change how we feel. Very powerful it is. So I am here today, different place from where I was yesterday. So that is good progress. One has to be very, very honest about the progress. Try not to derail and be distracted. And that's enough. That's the work. Sometimes one cannot see how far we've come. But again, if one is honest, one can track and feel and know where they're at, what they're thinking, how well they've done. And the result is obviously going to be good. We're not thinking about it because it can change depending on these little distractions, and sometimes one has to take a detour, take a different route. So, more than uncertainty, there is also a certainty that we will reach there somehow or the other. And that's hope, and that's certainty. And the transition is going faster now. And the attacks and the challenges might seem intense to pull you down. But these are words of encouraging empowerment that we can keep up with the good work. We can continue moving on in this journey. Keep up with the good work. Wait in the space for grace, and we will receive the boon. We will receive the place where we seek happiness, oneness, beautifulness, kindness, everything that's good. And from that place, there's no going back. Nobody can touch us. Nobody can take that away. If you choose the good, nobody can take that away from you. And it's wonderful to join hands and hearts and minds. Those are in the same path of choosing the good and bringing it to those who are in their presence, in their lives. It's possible. It is doable. Like I said, though those that seems like going to miss out or not transition, it's also fine. Because whether you change or remain the same, you will be blessed. And ultimately, it's a story. All stories have endings and new beginnings. And it can be shared as a tool, an encouragement, hope, that goodness will win, love will rise. And we'll get there. We're all destined to reach home one day or the other. Big blessings, big love, big applause to all those who have done the work, doing the work, and going to do the work. And thanks to all who played a role in making this possible. So, nobody is alone when we find words like these or sounds and music, whatever it is that makes you feel good, to rise up to be a better person every moment, every day, in anything we do, mundane or spiritual or anything. We can bring this energy to this earth, share it, be with it, live it, and it's beautiful. So, life is beautiful. Look around and choose to see, open your eyes and see what is beautiful and enjoy it, relish it, accept it, let it within you. And what goes in comes out. Choose that, and life will get that much more better and beautiful. So, life is beautiful and love is powerful. And let's experience it. And experience is the truth that gets stronger within and gives the strength, a little more strength for the next day, for the next episode, for the next set of challenges, or whatever we're going to face that day. Be bold and strong to know that truth within, to see it and know it and be it. So, keep up with the good work. Let's keep accumulating these good thoughts, words, actions, everything. Make it bigger and bigger. Come together as one. in the name of life and in the name of love. It's almost past 11 p.m. on 22nd January 2024. In these so-called attempted talks to share, one might always find some kind of a background disturbing noises. The dates I think I'm mentioning just for the record, recorded for quality purposes, I guess. I have been waiting since 8 p.m., I guess, to be able to share some beautiful thoughts. And it has been very, very challenging to do justice to the rendition of my heart's calling. Of course, the physical body gets extremely tired and exhausted, as the mind also has been grinding and grinding. So, but I still wanted to do the work for my own purposes and to share the love through this voice in an ongoing attempt to keep this ministry alive. So I started with this random humming. It helps, I think, because I could get on it and I'm riding with it. Sounds are very powerful, and so is noise. So even though I mentioned it as disturbing, was not actually disturbed. See, the practice of stilling the mind is important to be able to be in a presence that is absolutely calm, quiet, loving, and beautiful. One is trying to exhibit a form of energy that is pure, so it can touch anyone, irrespective of who they are, where they are. I have mentioned before I'm currently living in an apartment surrounded by many buildings and many people, and the noise just doesn't seem to cease. There's constant sound of living, and as I have attempted to continue to do this work, the hyper awareness and the sensitivity to what's going on outside has amplified in the process of just observing, but not exactly reacting, even in a thought form. The work has been intense. It's taken a long time. But again, one cannot confine these things to time or even space. So, what are we supposed to do? Wait before this strong intention to share comes out? By that time, that moment will be gone, isn't it? How do you do it? This whole concept of being free. So I will share a couple of things that happened today. Before I start the next day, that's why I wanted to release the energy of watching the walk and observing the thoughts. I live in a building, an old building with a lift, an elevator. They have repaired it to some extent. It's good. And of all today, there is power, but the lift doesn't work. I've been through a lot in my body, and maintaining a balance with all these challenges has been extremely difficult. And with the mind that is not frustrated, there are these thoughts that prophesize the day in everybody's mind. I have to do this, I have to do that, and we collect all these projects for the day we do this. We go here, we do that. So many of those items have been eliminated. There's a lot of space between activities, and it's a really nice feeling to carry a mind that is able to clearly think, carry the thoughts, and then they attempt to prioritize and figure out how to do it, or even choosing whether to do it or not. Understand, it's talking about the mind work here. The body is not very strong as it gets older. Walking up and down the stairs might create pain in the body. I've had a history of my journey from one place to the other, and then led to here. The details are not important right now. So I thought I'll just skip lunch. These are simple things, sounds very mundane, but to be able to fulfill a purpose that the soul or the being is thinking to attain in the highest form of um, self realization or transformation or whatever their path is. It's happening in the midst of absolute chaos in this time and age. And the test that is laid in front of you is a big ordeal. Obviously, some minds might be thinking, why do you have to go through this? It's because there are lessons being learned here and being taught, and it's come to a stage where it's coming from within. And a very high sense of acceptance, surrender. Like I said, a lot of work has already been done. So this is where I'm at right now in the journey. One thing leads to the other in a story. So there is no choice. Some things are not in our control. When we have chosen this path of love or following God or whatever it might be, personal choices become a secondary thing. The balancing act becomes even more challenging. So, like I was asking myself, do I wait for all the noise to calm down? Because I have recorded a few talks with all the noise around, and I felt very successful. And so today it was all about derailing that pattern. Right when I was about to start, there were sounds of fireworks and whatnot. Anyway, apart from the noise factor, the challenge of whether you want to go for lunch or not. Currently, I'm unable to make food, so I have options. There are a few canteens nearby. I can walk and have my food and come back. So some other incident that was supposed to happen did not happen. Moved through that. And all of a sudden there was this urge to go have lunch, even though the thought came that maybe I'll just stay home and wait till evening. So I go down because the lift was not working, and there is a 84-year-old lady sitting there on the chair. And obviously she was just all upset and sitting there, and we just chatted for a minute before she revealed that somebody had made her sit there and somebody's gonna come and repair it. So I go out and I see that lady who had asked her to sit there just chatting with somebody, and I confirmed. She said, no, nobody's coming to repair the lift, he's only gonna come the next day. So I come back to this old lady and I say, don't wait here for her because it doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. And she just used my presence to let out a little steam of her agony and anguish, and in a nutshell, her whole story of why she chose this place, staying here, and all the limitations that she had created for her own self. And of all, today she wanted to go do some rituals, but then the lift didn't work and she was regretting that, and it was just like a confused child, just absolutely in tears and just breaking down. It was sad. So I held her hand and I comforted her with the hand on her shoulder, because I understood what she was going through and the reason for her being stuck in that moment, and her confused state of mind with her relationship with God, going into states where she feels she is punished, so on and so forth. The details are obviously mundane, related to her physical body. She can't climb up the stairs because the lift's not working. And it was a mess. But there was no room there for comforting the mind or the soul. She had reached a state where she had limited herself because of all her conditions and the choices she had made to live like that and move on. Anyway, I thought, what can I do practically, because even I am kind of handicapped. So I tried calling some lady to see if somebody can help her. By that time, all these energy shift was happening, and some other couple came who was living in the same building and offered to help that lady, and I freed myself of that situation and continued to go for lunch, thinking when I come back I have to struggle to climb up the stairs. Anyway, I had a scrumptious lunch, and I came back and slowly crawled into my apartment and decided and laughed about it. Oh, and on the way, there was big music, very, very loud. Literally, the sound of the drums was making my heart beat out of my chest. And I was just holding on. Felt like I was gonna get a heart attack. It was so loud. And the sound, the vibration of that sound was just entering my body and just was vibrating, with my heart just extremely pounding out of my chest. It didn't feel good at all. So I moved through that on my way back home before I got in the apartment. And I thought to myself, wow, what a day. I forgot to mention, after eating lunch on my way back, it was hilarious. I was feeling the presence of God and just walking, and I'm thinking, okay, I finished one big job, had food, and I was planning maybe the rest of the day I'll just stay home. And I look up and I see a man walking with this t-shirt on in the front that says always hungry with a fork and a spoon. So I got a little chuckle because it was a sign from God, and it kind of teased me, but I didn't feel any offense. I smiled and I took that as a blessing, thinking, okay, I'll work on my eating patterns a little more cautiously. It was a sweet sign. And obviously, I decided to stay home for the rest of the day, not eat any other meals. And I was successful in that. And hopefully, that lady has learned her lesson too, even at this age. So I thought about, wow, this lady is absolutely not free. Even after going God, 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 probably for her entire life, doing the rituals and doing the worshipping is what is going to redeem them. That's what they think. And she literally thought because she didn't get to do her part in the outward worship, she was just punishing herself and then blaming it on God. The God is punishing. I did try to talk to her. Her mind was full. I was trying to tell her, no, this was your choice of your actions, so you're facing the consequence. One has to be very, very practical to see at this age whether your body can do this or not. Why won't you just let it go? Then she was revealing, no, I can't let it go. I am addicted to the, my praying to God in this way. And we even talked about me mentioning my mother, living in some homes, elderly homes. And she did mention, yeah, I heard it was good. But again, she revealed, no, she's adamant about living in the same place where her husband had died. So again, the cup was full, all doors were closed, and there was no space there for her to even accept anything that could change or make her life a little better at this age. So I guess all I could do was show a little love and console her and do the needful by asking for help so she can carry herself to the 5th floor. And they're also in so much fear. So I started asking, no, how free am I? How free are the people who have chosen to live in a place that they believe and assume is going to give them liberation or freedom? So then again, what is freedom? So I wrote down that the free souls I was actually praying for her. I hope she feels better. I was just praying. I was just sending thoughts of good, with good words to bless. And I wrote it down, effective immediately. May all the souls Feel free. Free from curses bound to anger. Free from blessings bound to rituals. Free from boons bound to penance. Free from vows. They take all these vows bound to offense. Because again, going back to this lady, she was really offended. She has 3 sons and settled abroad, and there's no way that they all can live together or anybody can take care of her. And one can understand why. Because the relationships are hurtful and not practical. How free can one be even when living in the world, doing certain things, chosen a career? God bless you. And do we have this app running, constantly working on oneself, watching your thoughts? So that is the attempt here, a rare attempt, unheard of. After coming all this way, the thought of going back into those hellish states of minds is just unbearable, unacceptable, and there is no going back. So it's actually beautiful to be able to watch what we do and to listen to that sweet inner voice, which is actually giving the answers, and to listen to it and be obedient. I thought to myself, I'm going to be a little more obedient from now on. It doesn't matter, the lunch was good and it was the best thing that could have happened, because again, if I postponed it, I would have to climb the steps anyway. But that little interaction with the lady also opened my mind, learned something. It's all meant to be. There is a spirit within that is just moving one's body, mind to activate the animation, in the life. And it really feels good to be able to stay or kind of wobble and come back to the balance of a state of mind where you're peaceful and calm and feels good for the spirit to be in the body without going into fighting or running away from it. Certain things one cannot fix, even though we think if that fixes, then we'll do this, right? Or we have our own actions that is leading to these experiences. It's very simple. For example, you have to go to the bank, deposit some money, and unfortunately we didn't know that it was a half-day holiday for some nations, political reasons, and religious reasons. Again, the details are not important, but getting up in the morning and going when the bank opens, that it would have worked out. If we would have been a little ahead, it didn't work out because the person decided to postpone or follow a pattern of getting up late or doing it when you're always doing. See, there's no flexibility in the mind, or we have missed the it's difficult, isn't it, to be absolutely perfect, because the mind tends to get used to a pattern and then you don't want to change it. If it changes, you get disturbed. No, I think one has to be really flexible and every day can go a little different. That way you don't get attacked, you don't get or even react. In my opinion, it was just a micro attack, but it is projected by the mind as a very massive attack. I went all the way to the bank, but then this whole fiasco happened. Turns out it's half day and it's a holiday. Then you get frustrated, then you get angry. Now there are words of fumes coming out of you. Okay, so now you get it. The flow of how you're animating your reactions in your life, depending on what's happening outside of you. I think it's possible not to hate the world and still live in it if a little bit of work can be done. Of course, it's difficult. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody seems to have the capacity to do it, or the understanding, or the space. And for those who are doing it, God bless them. May they have more strength to keep fine-tuning this process, and we'll see where we get. Is it possible for a person to be ahead? If you want to excel, one needs to be ahead and change a little bit of this and that, to make it work. It's starting. You have to start right? Continue and then finish right. That makes a whole day of a successful living. Yeah, I'm talking about one day. There is no time or space to think about even what's going to happen tomorrow. It is that much work. You finish the day with peace, rest the body, and then we start again in the morning. In my understanding, these are accumulated versions of actions and reactions in the mind, and it just doesn't leave you alone. It just keeps bouncing around in the mind, and there is no clarity, there is confusion, and depending on what thoughts are going by, then the body feels the emotion, then you cry. So my attempt to share the experiences, and I guess the intention is to inspire, to be able to still the mind and find that space, to be able to think clearly, do, then react cleverly, right? And come back to the balanced state. I think I'm being taught very high spiritual values, very simple and mundane things of life. And it's turning out to be more and more exciting, challenging, yes, of course, but the hope that we'll make it, the hope that this would help somebody also to be able to come back into the balanced state, because sound is powerful. A voice that renders words of wisdom and through experiences. It's practical. This is all new teachings. Even referring to scriptures or this or that already exists. It's been existing for time, for a long time. Why hasn't it changed anyone? The intelligence has done its work to keep accumulating these wisdom and knowledge that already exist in the world, and then it renders it back as an excellence of mastering those. But again, how inspiring is all that for a day-to-day mundane experience like this, isn't it? I'm sure that lady felt consoled and felt loved, and we actually chuckled and laughed about it. There was no seriousness. There was not a time to render any scriptural message. It was very clear what was going on in her mind. So, if one is interested in this kind of work, it's never too late. Then one realizes how hard it is to empty the mind, to just not be able to obey, because it is available. The Lord can snap His fingers just like that and give you the peace and give you the freedom that you're seeking, or the soul is seeking to reach to a place where it feels enlightened and light in the spirit. It's possible. Just a little bit of work in the mind, I think it is doable. This is coming from a person who has been rebellious her entire life, never been able to have a mind that pleases anyone or can even have a relationship because of a piled up offensive energy. Although there was one part which was created, the path was created for this being to get to a level where she is at now, where I'm at now, in my career, in my life, in my personal experiences, an accumulated, concentrated version of packed experiences in a very fast-paced environment. There's no anxiety, there's no excitement, there is no fear. You can handle things really, really nicely. You can let go if one thing doesn't happen. We have a workaround to make it happen some other time. And creating that space in time, we're not bound. Love is also not bound by fear. It's not love. When we love, one should feel absolutely free, There's no threat, there's no fear, isn't it? So I hope I did a little bit of justice, even though it might sound choppy or scattered. I would like to say that I passed the test today to do everything that the mind prophesied to do, and I'm grateful. I was awake to see what a beautiful day God had made for me. To feel Him, walk with Him, eat with Him, share my love, and end the day with this beautiful experience of being in tune with the voice and even sharing it. So that is the attempt and the hope that this kind of a ministry would somehow reach hearts and minds that are seeking relief from the frustration and the pain and the suffering, the confusion, and all that good stuff the world has for us to deal with and master ourselves. So we'll hope and pray that love will make its way to every heart and the soul to experience the freedom to experience God in every way, every moment, thus fulfilling the purpose of this life and living with lots and lots and lots of love.